We are going to do our market report real quick. We do this every couple of weeks just to keep you guys informed on how the real estate market's doing. These are the key points that are happening right now, and this is something that we're really paying attention to right now. The first thing is the inventory is rising. We've shown you that over the whole year that inventory is rising. There's less sales happening in the market, and that's something that we're going to keep an eye on because if it keeps rising, we get to a very, very high inventory number, it's really going to affect the prices. The second part of that is sales are declining. Carly, can you maybe tell us firsthand about sales declining and listings being on the market a little longer?
Yeah, we're definitely feeling that it is quieted down out there. There are less people looking. I would say I can give an example of a new listing from last week. We only had 3 private showings. Luckily got an offer on it, but last year that would have been 10 showings in the first day. So we're definitely seeing a huge decline in the amount of people coming out and also a decline in the amount of people buying.
Yeah, and what's amazing about that, I know Carly works extremely hard to get the pricing right for the sellers out there. And even that's not working right now. So selling a property, I mean, there's different categories that are even worse, like the condo market. We can tell you we listed some condos that just didn't even get any showings, right? And it's not like we're not going off previous sales in the building and looking at all the pricing and comparing apples to apples. It's just not moving. So you have to be super aggressive in this market. We've actually had to tell some of our investors to hold off on selling re-rent investment properties right now till we get to better times. So that's where the market is right now. But Tim, there is still confidence in the market, which is really good to see.
Yeah, and the silver lining to this, the inventory going up, the sales are declining, prices are cooling off, is it's becoming a buyer's market. Now, we're more of an imbalanced position right now where there's probably an equal number of sellers and buyers. But as we move into a buyer's market, which we'll probably see over the holiday season, it's really, really favorable for real estate investors out there because that's the time when you can choose the property that you want. We're currently showing one of our clients, Dennis, properties all over town that he wants to put a suite in the basement, and we're finally giving him choice. He bought one of these properties 2 years ago, and we had to sort of jump on one as soon as it came on the market. It was multiple offers, and it was amazing that we got it. But right now, we've shown him quite a few houses, a dozen houses, or maybe not that many, but half a dozen houses. And he can take his time and choose the right one that would fit the strategy that he wants to do. So there is a silver lining in it for real estate investors.
Yeah, we've actually had to tell Dennis that you can be patient, you know, and for beginner investors out there, we use this opportunity to educate you. So when we go see properties, we're not just showing you, here's the kitchen, here's the bathroom. We're actually we're actually looking at properties. We were in a property today, someone put a fireplace in a bedroom, like a real
burning fireplace.
Like they put sliding doors in this bedroom. They took out like the closet and put this full on like stone the wall, and we're like, wow, who is sitting in here? Like I couldn't believe it. So just seeing stuff like that, it's just crazy to me. So and that's the best thing about working with Calgary Real Estate Wealth. I'm kind of like, no, I would blow that out, take the fireplace out and open up the kitchen and Tim and Dennis are in there like, nah, this is a rental property. I would just leave it. The tenants will love that. So, and at the end of the day, they're probably right. I'm just like, I just know I'm a perfectionist when it comes to something like that. But that's what's so good about us. We're there to educate. And with Dennis, we were in the basement looking at, okay, where would the kitchen go? We would move this wall. What would the budget be? And then we went into the bathroom and the electrical panel is in the bathroom, which is illegal, right? Well, back then it probably wasn't illegal or wasn't a bathroom. No one knows about it. But to make that a legal basement suite today, we would have to move that panel. And just to move that panel alone would roughly be $6,000. So we're in the properties. And I can tell you this property, it's in Fairview. It's an estate sale. It's probably going to sell for $550,000 which is dirt cheap in somewhere like Fairview. It's walking distance to the C train. Chinook Mall is around the corner. You got McLeod, you got Heritage that you can get in and out of. So it's really inner city prime lot. And then right next door to this property was a brand new, someone just ripped out a house and put in a brand new estate bungalow. Like there's massive bungalows. So when you see properties like this, you know that at 550, even if you went in and spent $100,000 over time, that those properties sell between $750 and $800,000 when you go to sell them once they're renovated. So there is lots and lots of room for after renovation value.
Yeah, so we'll look at the numbers that back this up. Just quickly look at the total sales numbers. You know, they've been dropping year over year from 2022, which is before this, all the way down to this year. And those sales drops, I mean, this year alone, the number of sales year over year have dropped almost 14%. So you can see it 2 years ago, it dropped 30%. Now you're at 14%. The sales volume is really, really dropping. And that's a reflection of a lot of things going on in the economy right now, the trade with the states, the tariffs, it's the interest rates that have been higher than normal for the last little while. They're coming down now, but they're not coming down very fast. So you're seeing that. And then if you look at the average price at the bottom there, they're falling as well. Oh, no, sorry, they're growing. That's the one thing I wanted to point out that is an anomaly in these stats. Calgary's average price is actually still increasing, and it's been increasing right since 2015, where it dropped when the oil price dropped. So you can see this year in the month of October so far, it's 2.6%. Year to date, we're just under 4%. So we're still ahead of the 75-year average of 3.5%. So that's another good thing for investors. You're seeing the inventory increase, you're seeing the sales volume drop, giving you more choice as an investor, but you're still seeing increases. So you're getting that equity increase every year.
Yeah, I love it. There's confidence in the Calgary market. It's a good time for investors. We always say going into the colder months is the best time to buy. So if you're thinking about it, this is a time to gear up, get ready, get financing in place, and see how you can purchase again. And where do we see the Calgary market going? I mean, we're hosting a whole in-person seminar on November 8th about this, but there is good times ahead for Calgary. The population growth that we're going to see is real. The city is preparing for it. If you watched the elections last night, we're already capping out, like with the schools. That's why they're on strike right now. There's too many students. I mean, this city again is going to go through, I'm not going to say like a construction boom, but you can definitely see the activity that's happening when you drive through downtown and in around the suburbs as well. Like I'm up on the west side. You look at Aspen. I mean, I think they're putting in 60,000 new. There's going to be a population growth of 60,000 people up there in Aspen West Springs on the west side. And that's just one section of the city, which is just crazy.
Yeah, so that's our real estate market update for this week. The numbers have been consistently going in the same direction for the whole year. We expect this to continue right to the end of the year. And then we'll see what happens when we turn into the new year. We're going to go through a real estate economic projection in our November 8th seminar. That's going to be in person. We'll tell you all the details. We'll show you what the Canadian Real Estate Association is predicting, what the Calgary Real Estate Board is predicting. So we'll have all those numbers for you to look forward into 2026. And yeah, it's going to be a great afternoon of real estate information for everybody.